Hi, my name is Doreen Dodgen-Magee. I'm a psychologist. I'm also a mom, a friend, a neighbor, a sister, a daughter, an auntie. And I also happen to be a public speaker. And I really love what I get to speak about. For about 7 years now, I have been watching current trends in technology and media and using my interest in pop culture and my ability to somehow speak the language of pop culture alongside of my ability and interest in really quality, good research.
That I think we have to talk about the fact that increased viewing of violence decreases our levels of empathy with people. And we can't prove that watching increased levels of violence, which we see on screens all the time, lead to criminal levels of violence. But the research is very compelling now that watching a lot of violence creates increased comfort with soft signs of violence, like relational aggression and bullying.
Research from Kaiser Family Foundation and Pew Charitable Trust pretty reliably let us know that if you control for multi-use, so the way in which we use many technologies at once, if you spread all that time out, it looks like we are spending on average 11.5 hours a day with screen and or technology. And the place that that comes from, research tells us, is from family talk time and social practice time, which are two of the really important ways that we not only develop meaningful relationships, but we also kind of learn how to be a self out and about in the world and how to keep some integrity about that sense of self. So we are not only decreasing the ways in which we develop healthy patterns in our relationships and in our ability to maintain and develop our own selves, we're also changing the way in which the brain works. But we're doing that as a people in such a massive way that it feels like it's hard to slow down some trends that are pretty hurtful. I feel, however, that there's a lot of hope, and that if we could just all become much more intentional about the way in which we engage technology and media and the way in which we consume it, we could actually hold steady some of the changes in the scaffolding of the way that relationships are formed and that the sense of self is formed that could be really, really important.
Which leads me to the next reason to pause. Pausing deepens encounter and it allows for encounter. And right now, you guys really, you have trained your minds as a generation to experience lightly or to skate over or to have a wide bunch of experiences. You have a wide net of friends.
I feel very honored that for whatever reason I have developed an ability to be able to kind of bridge a gap between two generations, to ask the generation below me for forgiveness for my generations.
And I feel like one of the main jobs I have today is to just literally ask for your forgiveness. And I need to ask for your forgiveness from my generation because we have taught you, well, not at all. We have neither taught you by our modeling, and we have not taught you by informing you. Because largely, we don't know, and we're dependent upon our own technology, and we love to make it seem like it's all your generation's fault. Amen?
We've handed them a ticking time bomb called technology, and then we've resented them for using it. We haven't taught them how to be still. We haven't asked them how they're doing with it. We haven't engaged with them. And so I want to start this conversation that's not at all anti-technology, but that is instead educative and interesting and kind of attention-grabbing about how we're using it and the effect that it has, and how we might engage with technology and media in a different way, in a way that's what I call a new mod, a new moderate, a new way of using it for the things it's good for and curbing our use or our engagement with it in the ways that hurt us.